Hello, welcome. Welcome to the Miami Life Center page. My name is Linda Pedrosa. This is my friend Patricia. She's a teacher here as well. We are live streaming this class. It will be available on the Miami Life Center YouTube page later for you to come back to. Although there are many choices on our page, many teachers offering their services. And this is a restorative class, 75 minutes. Let's begin. All right. Let's come to lying on our backs, taking an opportunity to have as much contact with the earth. Bring the soles of the feet together and the knees apart. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Allow the eyes to close. And take this opportunity to tune into your breath. Feeling the support of the earth beneath you. As you inhale, begin to track the breath in through the nose, the throat, the chest, the belly. As you exhale, feel the belly fall, the chest fall, throat and nose. Inhale, chest and belly rise. Exhale, chest and belly fall. This is an important time to check in with our most essential relationship, which is the relationship to breath. Through the vehicle of our breath, we have an opportunity to remain anchored in the present moment. We are living in an unprecedented time, so it's an opportunity to really lean on the power of the breath to keep us grounded and present in this very moment. Take a moment to bring your awareness to the parts of your body that are touching the mat or the carpet if you're at home. And then beginning to tune into the sensations in your body, the areas of restriction, and without judgment, every time you come up against a body part that's in pain or you feel a sense of restriction, pause and breathe into this space, asking the body to soften, the mind to soften. Taking an opportunity right now in the stillness to bring into your awareness someone or something other than yourself to dedicate this practice to. And then on the next breath, bringing the hands to the outside of the thighs and pressing your thighs together. Draw the right thigh towards your chest and extend the left leg long on the ground. And then become curious, moving the thigh side to side. And then on the next exhale, take that right thigh across your body for a gentle spinal twist. If you're at home and you need an extra support, maybe some books. If you don't have yogic props, no yoga blocks, no problem. You can place books underneath your knees. And really, the shape is just an access point right now. The invitation is to feel your body, to feel the messages that the body is giving you. And then on the next breath, bring that right leg back to center, extend, and switch. And once again, a little movement side to side. And then on the next breath, across the body. I heard that. So you may notice when you twist, maybe the back cracks a little bit, right? We've probably all been sitting way too much, more than usual, right? More than usual, taking in a lot of things. So using this opportunity to travel that short distance from the head to the heart, right? From the thinking mind to the feeling, the wisdom that resides in the heart. Come back to center. Hug both thighs into your chest. And then stir the thighs in your, yes, just like that. And then maybe even bigger circles. Let the feet touch the ground. Bring the thighs together. Yeah, big circles. I want to touch. Beautiful. Next time the thighs come together, pause, and then go in the opposite direction. So thinking of stirring your thigh bones in their sockets, noticing the areas of restriction, right? And next time the thighs come together, pause and roll yourself up. Take a seat. All right. So let's take a moment to set the stage for this practice. Let's chant Om, right? I'll face you, Patty. Right? May this practice be for the healing of our bodies, mind, but most importantly, our spirit. Draw a deep breath in to clear. Exhale. Inhale. Have a beautiful practice, everybody. All right, let's come on to hands and knees. Let's move the spine a little bit. Right? So as you can see, hips above the knees. The knees are about hips width. Hands are beneath the shoulders. We're going to begin to unravel the spine a little bit. So lifting the tail up, dropping the ribs. No, tail up. Drop the ribs. Reach the chest forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, curl the tail under. Draw the navel to the spine and press away, chin to chest. Continue that movement. Inhale, let the breath drive the movement. Exhale, empty out, flex the spine. Inhale, fill up, expand. Exhale, flex, empty out. Continue to move with that, right? And then we have enough restriction at this point, right? So if you want to move a little bit more, add a little bit more, maybe slide the hands forward a little bit more, right? Slide the hands forward and then begin to drop the hips forward and then press yourself back into child's pose. A little curiosity here, right? Right? If you want to do a little chaturanga or any of that, you can. If you want to keep the arms straight and just drop the hips forward, you can do that too, like a lazy upward dog, right? Exhale there. Now inhale, hips forward like a lazy up dog. Yes. And And then exhale, reach back, child's pose. So move through that. Yes, make it easeful. Take this opportunity to just feel, to take inventory, the hips, the shoulders, the spine, right? And then let's introduce a little bit of like a figure 8, right? So I've heard it called dancing lion before, right? So hitting the four corners, sliding forward, shoulders, shoulders, hips, hips, right? Sliding forward, hitting both corners, and then back into child's pose. And if it feels good and it feels safe, close your eyes and allow yourself to explore, right? Humans are part of the animal kingdom. So if you watch the animal kingdom and then you watch the videos, a dog moves however he pleases. The cat does. We know cats do whatever they want. So just to allow yourself to feel your body. Notice the areas of restriction. And then on the next breath, come to hands and knees. Then we're going to take a little twist. So right arm reaches up. Expand, open the chest. Exhale, thread the needle. Right hand comes through, right shoulder on the ground. Go ahead and find a comfortable shape here. You can keep your left arm here. You can extend the left arm forward, right? Pressing down on the outer edge of the right shoulder, right hand. And then find your breath here. Maybe letting the eyes close. And just tuning in. So twisting, a little bit of twisting to move some of the stagnant energy in our power center, in our abdomen. Notice any sensations that are arising. And just allow them to be present. 3 more breaths here. Also really beneficial, if it feels good, to gently open the mouth as you exhale, releasing some of that stagnation. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Press down on the left hand. Bring it back to next to your face. Inhale, right arm comes all the way up. Open it up 1 more time. Right arm, open, open, open. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Take a cat-cow. Take a cat-cow. Inhale, look up. Exhale, empty out. Come back to neutral. Left side, left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle. And once again, find a comfortable shape. If you're home, you can place a pillow, a blanket to make it a little bit more comfortable. If you've noticed, we're not using our props, which we usually use during restorative classes because we want to keep everything with the lowest level of contamination opportunity, right? So if you're home and you have blankets and pillows, please use them. Make this as comfortable as possible. And as you twist, finding the pockets of restriction and breathing into that. One more breath. And another. And when you're ready, right hand presses into the ground. Open up the chest. One more time. Left arm up. Open, open, open. And hands to the ground. Take a round of cat-cow to stabilize the pelvis. Exhale, chin to chest. Beautiful. Bring your big toes to touch and your knees wide, right? We're going to take a child's pose with wide leg, maybe a little closer than that, Patty? Yes. And then extend the arms forward, coming onto your fingertips. So the arms are active, right? The arms are active. And by opening up the thighs, you give yourself an opportunity to drop the torso in between the thighs, right? So if it feels comfortable, maybe at this point, taking an opportunity to place your forehead on the ground, right? And rubbing your forehead side to side, stimulating the third eye, the seat of intuition. We could all use a little bit of clarity right now. Right. May this practice reveal some wisdom. May we anchor ourselves in the power, the stability of the breath. May we stretch not just our physical body, our muscles, but we stretch our mind. And then activate the arms, fingertips, right? So lifting the elbows and the forearms. Beautiful. Now take a deep breath in. As you exhale, walk the hands out to the right. Keep the hips heavy. Yes. So a little side bending action here. Beautiful. So good. Right. And if you're home with your friend, with your partner, a gentle, maybe like 10%, right? You can just touch their hips, their lower back, and gentle pressure down. So really gentle, right? So the key in these practices is not to push your body into any shape, is to allow the body to open as you remain anchored in your breath. Start to calm the nervous system when the body no longer feels threatened. Then the body begins to relax, the body begins to open. One more breath here. As you exhale, come back to center. Deep breath at center. Walk it out to the left side. Right. And again, gentle pressure. I am barely touching her. A lot of this is just energy, like I have you, right? You're supported. So the yin practices, the restorative practices, they're more of a yin nature, which is feminine energy, not female, feminine energy, right? Nurturing. It is the practice of allowing, of being. It's not a practice of doing and making things happen. Come back to center. Beautiful. And then come to seated, press yourself up. Beautiful. All right, so let's do something here. Let's play with this. Don't have any props, so having to be a little bit more creative. See if it feels good. If you have difficulty sitting, you can always take a towel or a thin blanket and place it in between your calf and your hamstring. It allows you to sit in this position for a little bit, right? We're not going to hang out here for long, okay? But let's play with the arms. So I'm going to come up a little close just so you can see what I'm doing with my arms, okay? Right arm is going to come underneath the left. Super. All right. So we're here, we're sitting, right? And we're just going to move the spine, that cat-cow movement. So inhale, elbows away from the chest. Exhale, round the spine, elbows towards the belly. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center. Release the arms and switch. Left arm underneath the right. And it may look like this for some of you, right? You may not be able to catch the other hand. No problem. Do what is possible. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Elbows up. Gaze up. Exhale. Elbows towards the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Come back to center. Release the hands. Take the hands in front of you. This time we're going to, once again, open the thighs just a little bit here. We're going to take the shape that is often called puppy dog pose. Okay? The knees are wide, not too wide, right? Yes. Somewhere in between there. Perfect. And then hips go back, arms go long. Right? There you go. Go back. Go back. So hips, hips on top of the knees. Yes. Hips stay on top of the knees and you just drop down, right? And it may look like this for some of you, no problem, right? Beautiful. So forehead comes to the ground, you stay there. Forehead comes to the ground. It's the safest one. If you have no issues in your neck and your cervical spine is healthy and safe, then you can try and put your chin on the ground. It gives you a little more pressure. So if it doesn't feel good, back to the forehead on the ground, okay? So thinking like a little half pipe, right? And Patricia, bring your hips back just a little bit more. I'm actually going to use my legs to walk you back a little bit. Walk back, walk the hips back. Your hips back. No, hips back. Caderas arriba de las rodillas. Quédate ahí. There you go. Beautiful. Now arms forward. There you go. Right? So you don't want to collapse completely into your neck. Make sense? Okay. I'm going to move away. You want to stay there. If you keep your toes tucked, it gives you an opportunity to keep your core engaged so you don't dump into your neck. So here we're opening up triceps, lats, right? Giving some space across the chest. Deep quality breaths. Using our breath to create space in the body. Three more breaths. Two. One more breath here. Beautiful. Allow yourself to just slide all the way forward onto your belly. And then just take a moment, stack the hands, and rock your hips side to side as if someone's rocking you to sleep. Right? Beautiful. Bend the elbows, take the hands next to your chest, and press yourself back. And then from child's pose, right, you're going to tuck your toes. And then keep pressing the hands. We're just going to take a little downward dog here to open up and get the body ready for the next section. Lift the knees, lift the shins, press the chest back. And if it feels good here, bend one knee, press the opposite heel down. Move that around a little bit. Super. And then find stillness. Beautiful. Reach this right leg up and back. Bend this right knee. And then stack the hips, open up. Just a moment here. See if you can keep this shoulder down. Yes. Settle into that for a moment. Beautiful. And then go ahead and extend that right leg up. Square your hips. And then taking that right leg forward into a low lunge. If you're home, right, make it a little bit wider so you have a little more stability. Beautiful. Right? Let's just get into the front of the hips here a little bit, right? You can take the hands and cross them here. Beautiful. And as the hips reach forward and down, can you lift your ribs away from the top of the hips? Can you keep lifting the ribs, right? Squeezing the shoulder blades, lifting the chest. If the neck is okay, look up. Remember not to run from the sensation. 3 more breaths here. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Awesome. Take your hands down and then right foot comes across, right knee down. Forward facing pigeon pose, right? So if you notice here, Patricia has her heel away from her groin. She's an experienced practitioner. Most important thing here is that you do not want to feel any additional pressure on your knee, right? So if you're new to this, you probably will need a block, a book, a pillow underneath that right hip to keep you from falling over like this, right? You want to keep drawing that left hip forward, maybe anchor something underneath your right hip. And then the closer the right heel is to your groin, less pressure on the knee. The further away your heel reaches from your groin, a little more pressure on the knee. So let the sensation determine just how far you go today. Right? Most importantly is that, are you able to breathe? Right? If it's a challenge to breathe, then you're pushing a little too more. And remember, this is a practice of allowing. Allowing yourself with every breath to soften. Longer, deeper breaths. Complete exhales. Mouth can be open. Make sure you're not breathing on anybody. Right? And soften. Allow yourself to surrender to this posture. And become curious about the sensations. Stay with the body. A lot of information. A lot of intelligence. Five more breaths here. Three more. Two. And one breath. Now, particularly if you don't do this often, when you come out, it's like your body's in a tourniquet, your leg's in a tourniquet, so when you come out, the leg might fall asleep. So important to move really slowly here, right? So press yourself up and come upright and pause. Take a breath or two here. Beautiful. And then slowly, slowly coming onto hands and knees for a moment, right? Take your time, move slowly, no rush here, right? And then that right thigh, that leg that was in the front, you're gonna do circles. I like to call it like a little male dog, right? So thigh circles, right? So you're doing this action. Yeah, big circles with the thighs. Same thing we did when we were lying down, the thigh circles. Super. Bringing sensation back, fresh blood back, and then go the opposite direction. So good. All right. Second side, tuck your toes and press back into downward facing dog one more time. And then again, press one heel down, bend the opposite knee. Right, walk the dog. Not terms we use in here very often. All right, and then find stillness. Left leg up and back. Bend the left knee and then point that left knee up. You stack one hip on top of the other. Stretch the side body. Press this shoulder down a little bit. Opening up the side of the body. And beautiful. Extend the left leg back, square your hips, reach back, reach back. Left leg comes forward, low lunge. Beautiful. Interlace the fingers, press them on top of your left thigh. As the hips reach forward and down, can you use the hands on the thigh to lift the ribs away from the hips? And as the ribs lift up, can you broaden across the collarbones, the chest? And finally, if your neck is okay, lift the chin, stretch the neck. Feel a nice stretch along the right side, front of the thigh and waist. Three more breaths here. One more breath. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. Yes, release. Beautiful. All right. Press yourself out of there. Left knee opens, left foot across. Forward facing pigeon. Right. Beautiful. And again, like I said last time, right here, if you're falling over, you can always place a big book or a yoga block right underneath your left side, right? Keep reaching the front of the right hip forward and down. And I encourage you, if you're home, like get the couch pillows, anything to support you so that you can melt onto the support beneath you, right? How's the breath? Begin to notice the quality of the breath. Does it feel restricted? When you inhale, do you feel that there's something you're breathing up against? Can you pause and sip in a little bit more air, right? Cultivate a practice of stillness. You see, when we are still, we have the opportunity to see more clearly. It's just like the water, right? When the water is moving, it has this quality, it's cloudy. But when it's still waters, they're clear. So our mind, right? So we train ourselves to remain still in body, smoothing out the breath, the mind follows. The practice of yoga allows us to see ourselves clearly. Three more breaths. With every exhale, release what no longer serves you out. Let the earth receive it. On the next breath, press yourself straight in the arms and take a pause here. Take 1 or 2 breaths. And then once again, slowly, slowly, press out of that. Come onto hands and knees for a moment. And then thigh circles, right? So right thigh up, out, and around. Left thigh. And then switch directions. Beautiful. And then let's move into that same movement that we had earlier, that cat-cow, and lengthening it and becoming curious, moving into different shapes. Maybe child's pose. Dropping the hip. Right, child's pose again. See what the body calls for. But see if you can notice a little more space, a little bit more ease of movement. Right? One more time. So good. All right, Patty. Let's come to seated. And let's put, just like we started lying down, feet together, and knees. So the posture is, heels are close to groin. Take a long time, so a little bit longer. If you're home and you have pillows, this is an opportunity to stack some pillows and take one hand on the other and allow yourself to be supported by the pillows or stack. All right. If you have a little more access, and you can just take to your heels. Right. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of. Right, so if you're working with somebody at home, your partner, your children, this is not about pushing. This is just about letting someone know that you're here. And then bringing your awareness to the deep hip joint, right? And noticing if there's any tension in there, if there's gripping. And directing your breath to those areas of resistance, of gripping. Perhaps even with the breath, noticing areas that feel dull or stagnant, and sending this fresh, oxygenated blood into those areas. Beautiful. Can you invite a sense of surrender into this posture? Right? Noticing the narrative, specifically if you don't usually practice and the body feels tight. What is the pattern? What is the thinking pattern? What is the conversation? And can you choose to invite perhaps a mantra? I personally, when I get into these postures, when I hold for a long time, I like to repeat the mantra, let go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Right? And I use this breath, each breath as an opportunity to release what is no longer serving me. The narrative, the fear, the anxiety, although warranted during this time specifically, can we loosen that relationship a little bit and lean into, I am supported, I am capable, I can handle it. Just switch what you say, what you program. Switch. Right? 3 more breaths here. 2. And 1. Slowly, slowly press yourself up. Take your time, no rush. So good. Bring your feet about a little bit wider than hips width, right? Maybe bring your heels a little closer to your seat. Perfect, Patty. And then we're going to windshield wiper. So your hands are behind you, you're kind of leaning back a little bit, and you're just going to let the legs fall over to the right, back to center, fall over to the left, and play with that, right? Continue to breathe. And then pause. Beautiful. Extend the legs forward in front of you. And once again, if you're home and you don't have a regular yoga practice, this alone might be really challenging for you. So I invite you to fold, double up, maybe a towel, a blanket, or a soft pillow, and you place it underneath your seat, right? Just to give your hips a little bit of height so you can fold forward. So we're going to take Paschimottanasana, but let's show people like a little bit more of a relaxed way to do it, right? So maybe the legs a little wider, right? Maybe here, you can stack on top of a book and rest, rather than the traditional posture where you pull. Remember, we want a sense of ease here. Beautiful. So a lot of forward folding gives you the opportunity to go in, right? Right now, we're all being asked to go in, to remain indoors, to go inside. And traditionally, all the postures that we do that are forward folding, that we are closing, we are drawing our senses in to invoke a sense of relaxation and rest, right? When we're going to meditate, usually it's with the eyes closed. When we sleep, eyes closed. Inviting ourselves to go in, to explore the inner landscape. And again, what is the conversation? When you go inside, what is that conversation? And can you rewire, can you reprogram that pattern? Right? Can we, at this point, can we lean into love just a little? Right? This is what we practice for. So noticing the areas of the body that are restricted, that are stagnant, and sending the next 5 breaths there. Let go. Two more breaths here, big, quality breaths. Release. One more. Give it sound. So good. And slowly roll yourself up. Yeah, again, bend the knees, windshield wiper a little bit, get a little bit of movement in here. Super. One more time. So good. All right. Go ahead and lie down on your back. So good. How are you doing? Beautiful. All right. So we're going to take a posture. I'll explain it because she's lying down. It might be a little bit difficult, but I am certain that every single person watching this knows what a banana looks like. So this is a posture from the yin practice, and it's your body basically takes the shape of a banana. So follow me. I'll explain. All right. Lying down, you're going to bring both legs over to your right. Right? Beautiful. And then take your arms overhead, again, to the right. So now her legs are to the right, her hips are going to the left, and her arms are going to the right. So taking the shape of like a half moon, right? Beautiful. If accessible, catch opposite elbows. So good. And then we'll do half one way and half the other. That left leg is going to cross over the right, the ankle. So good. Just like that. So for some of you, this left hip is going to lift up, want to hike up, and the invitation is to feel heaviness in that left hip and let it reach down, right? So your sacrum is down, and you should feel nice, gentle stretch on the left side of the body, from the outside of the left hip all the way to the ribs, underneath the arms, left tricep. Right? Bananasana. It's a banana. Yeah. So it helps to open the side body. And this is a part of the body that tends to be very stagnant and constricted, because even with the best of intentions, we sit up tall for about 30 seconds and then we slump, right? And I'm sure that we're probably slumping a little bit more than usual, right? The energy that's around is a little bit down. So we're going to open up the sides of the body to infuse a little bit of clearing, right? A little bit of expansion, allowing us to breathe a little bit deeper and connect more to our kidneys, our source of yin, our essence. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Continue with this breath. Every inhale, see if you can create a little more space between the ribs. Stretch the intercostals. And as you exhale, feel the ribs close, kind of like an accordion. Okay? So if you could visualize an accordion as you inhale, the expansion, the opening, the drawing open of the accordion. And as you exhale, the pushing together of this accordion, the ribs. Beautiful. This is really a great posture to inquire, to become curious about the areas of stagnation in the center of the body. 3 more breaths. And 2. Last breath here. Big, full, expansive. Open the mouth, release. And then slowly, slowly uncross the ankle. So this one's a tricky one when you get out. Don't move too fast, right? Bend the knees. Right? And then what I like to do is I like to lift the hips. Lift the hips a little bit. And then swing from side to side like a swing. La caderas, your hips. No, hips up, hips move. Yeah, let them come down a little bit. And then let them swing. Yes. So we reset the sacrum, the SI joints here, right? And then lower down. Extend the legs. And now take the legs to the opposite direction. And then the arms overhead. So the arms and the legs are in the same direction. The hips are on the opposite direction. And then right leg crosses over left. Opposite elbows if available. If it's not available, no problem. Maybe the arms just overhead. Can we continue to expand, use the breath to expand, to stretch the body, to stretch the mind? Using this practice to give us an opportunity to be with what is happening right now in this body, in the collective. Again, bringing that accordion visual, expanding with the inhale, stretching, and contracting or flexing with the exhale. Breathing in peace and expansion and joy, and releasing worry, what is not serving us in this moment. Feeling that right hip reaching down towards the floor, sinking. Creating space between the lower ribs and the hips. Inviting softness between each rib to the intercostal muscles. Right. Three more expansive, full breaths here, please. And this last breath, release. Give it a sound. Give it a sound. And slowly, slowly, uncross the ankle. Bend the knees, right? And just lift about halfway, right? So just halfway, right there. And now swing the hips like a swing, side to side. This allows the SI joint, all of it to like click back into place. We got Patricia making it her little dance. And then go ahead and drop the sacrum on the ground. And we're going to do sacrum taps, okay? So I'm going to do it as well because I don't think we've done this together. So I'm going to cover Patricia because it might be easier to see, right? So the idea here is that you lift just enough and then you let the sacrum drop down. So just check it out. It's like this. Just tap. Just tap. So you lift and you drop immediately. Don't try to control it. Just let your sacrum, yes, let the sacrum tap. So lift and drop, lift and drop, lift and drop, lift and drop. Tap your sacrum. Relax the face, yes. Let the sacrum tap the ground. Okay. So nice and gentle for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause, find stillness. So there's a lot of power, a lot of energy in this sacrum, right? They don't call it the sacred bone for nothing. Hug both thighs in towards your chest. And then we're going to keep the thighs close to the chest. Take the arms out like a T. Press the palms down. And just use the power of the abdomen. Inhale, center. Exhale, let the legs come over to the right. Inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale at center. Exhale, other side. Okay. And so you can keep the gaze up. If the neck is okay, you look opposite the legs. Come back to center. Deep breath in. Exhale, opposite side. Right. And back to center. So you inhale where you stop. Exhale as you move. Inhale at the stop. Exhale, move. Inhale, exhale. So you're moving the energy in the sacrum. We tap the sacrum, waking it up. Now we're moving and flushing some of this energy out. So good. 2 more times to each side. So good. Right, the twisting postures are really nice to wring out the intestines in the middle of the body, all these organs. Beautiful. Feet on the ground. All right. Take a moment here. We're going to do a little lifting, a little rolling bridge, right? So the arms and the hips are going to work at the same time, okay? So inhale, lift the hips, take the arms overhead. Exhale, lower the hips, reach the arms forward. Move with your breath. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, lower down. See if you can coordinate the breath, right? So that the arms and the hips stop moving when the breath finishes. So see if you can slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Exhale, down and reach forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down and reach forward. See if you can extend the breath to maybe a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower it down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower, 2, 3, 4. And one more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Lower down, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful. Hug the thighs in towards your chest. And then take the legs up, take the arms up. We're going to do a little shaking, right? Little shaking, right? And so since you're probably home and the people around you know you, right? And you're not too shy, shake. I like to say shake the crazy out, right? So shake. Shake your legs, shake your arms, shake it out, shake it out, shake, 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 shake. Don't be shy, move, right? Helping the lymphatic system here. Big breaths, right? Maybe even flutter the lips. Release the tension from the face. Stick the tongue out. Keep shaking, keep shaking. Stick the tongue out, right? Like a lion. Yes, for 5, for 4, make some sound. 3, 2, let the legs find the ground, take up space. Right, take up space. Sending the message that I deserve to be here. I have the right to be here. Allowing the body to settle. Feeling all the points of contact between your body and the ground beneath you. Noticing any sensations in the body. And then we'll do a body scan. So bringing your awareness to the crown of your head. Relax your crown. Feel the back of the head imprinting into the ground. Relaxing your shoulders, shoulder blades. Releasing the weight of both of your arms, the arm bones, the muscles, the skin, all of it. Arms are completely relaxed, all the way to your fingertips. Bring your attention to the back of the ribs. Feel the back of the ribs imprinting into the ground. Feel the weight of your sacred bone, your sacrum, and your hips. Traveling around to your waist, relax your waist, the sides of your ribs, and underneath your arms. Attention at the collarbones. Allow them to broaden. Relax your chest, upper abdomen, and lower abdomen. Allow all the organs in your pelvic bowl to soften, to become heavy, to settle. Let the complete weight of your thigh bones, your shins, your muscles, your skin, all the way down to your toes. Allow your legs to become heavy. And then traveling all the way up to your forehead. Relax the muscles of the forehead. Allow your eyes to sink deeply into their sockets. Relax your cheeks. Soften the lips. Let your tongue move away from your palate, your upper palate. And finally, relax your jaw and your throat. Bringing your awareness to your heart center. Right behind your sternum. The space where the heart muscle, which pumps the blood, is located. Also, the whole entire space around the heart. Bringing your attention there. May we remember to operate from this cave, this heart space. May we remember that the most powerful force is love. May we exercise compassion for all that do not have the tools to remain centered in their heart space. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And begin to check in with your breath. As the coming weeks continue to bring us to new chapters, may we continue to remember this space, this center. It is available to each and every one of us. May we remember to come to the silence and the stillness. May we remember that nothing is permanent and that this too shall pass. Bring your awareness to your toes and begin to move your toes, your ankles, and then begin to move your head side to side, and then fingers, open and close the hands. Move the wrist in circles. And then when you're ready, take the arms overhead. Stretch yourself super long. Fill up, fill up, fill up with joy. And then hug the thighs in towards the chest. Allow yourself to come over come to the left side, Patricia, right? Whichever side feels comfortable for you at home. Take a moment here to pause. And one of my dear friends gave me this visual one time, and I think it's really useful right now. Imagine that there's a bunch of little doors on the side of your body that's on the ground. And behind these little doors are all these little stories, right? These narratives that keep us in this wheel of fear and anxiety. And I'm not discounting it. There are moments where, yes. But can we just, for now, can we release some of this? Let the earth handle it. Release onto the side of your body. Imagine the doors are opening and that your body is releasing the anxiety, that your body is releasing the fear. And tap into that reservoir that lives in your heart of love. When you're ready, press yourself up. She might not come up for a little while. Yeah. Let's take a seat. Mm-hmm. Voice is so silly. Yeah, thank you. All right. And then bring your hands to your heart, uniting the left and right side. The feminine and masculine energy, both are necessary. And I ask that we dedicate our practices to the collective. May we continue to raise our consciousness so that we can meet any obstacle. Use these moments as learning opportunities to learn how we can hold all of it in our hearts. Let's seal this practice with one Om. Let's take one breath to clear. Inhale. Bowing the head to the heart, the seat of divine wisdom. And when we feel ourselves in our head, trying to figure it out, may we bow to the intelligence of love and compassion. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Patty. Have a beautiful day, everybody.